Hello, everyone. This is Southern Bell 74 giving you this quick pop up news. Four people have been arrested after a 14-year-old Wisconsin girl was found weighing 35 pounds. A father and three others have been charged with child neglect after a 14-year-old Wisconsin girl was found weighing 35 pounds and was forced to stay in a locked bedroom under video surveillance. Walter Goodman, 47, Melissa Goodman, 50, Savannah Lever, 29, and Kayla Streamer, 27, were arrested on November the 10th following an extensive child neglect investigation. They are charged with 3 counts of chronic neglect of a child with the consequence of great bodily harm and 2 counts of chronic neglect of a child with the consequence of emotional damage. Attorneys for the defendants did not immediately respond to any kind of request for comments. The investigation began on August the 21st when Walter Goodman, the victim's father, called 911 to report that his daughter, who he said barely eats, had been ill for days and throwing up. When first responders arrived, they found the girl was severely underweight and malnourished, appeared to be the size of a 6 to 7 or 8-year-old child, and had a prominent collarbone, rib cage, hip bones. The criminal complaint said she was hospitalized and found to weigh 35 pounds. My God, today. She also had hypothermia, hypoglycemia, and signs of multi-organ dysfunction. She had no medical records for the last 5 years. Goodman told authorities that his daughter was autistic and refused to eat, claiming she was so thin because she burned up all her energy by not sleeping. A child neglect investigation was opened on August the 22nd. Goldman told authorities his daughter was fed 3 meals a day, but she often didn't eat because she didn't want to, and he'd often given her Pediasure. He also said that she went days without sleep, and he had a camera in his daughter's room because she self-harms and picks at herself. Investigators and hospital staff found that the victim's conditions did not square up with the stories from Goodman, according to the complaint. She didn't have self-harm behaviors. The victim said she picked at her flesh out of boredom and didn't do so in the hospital. She had no trouble sleeping, and in her forensic interviews, she described love and fondness for her family members. In 2020, the girl began living with her father in a trailer home in Oneida, a small town outside of Green Bay. Her stepmother, Melissa Goodman, and stepmother's adult daughters, LaFever and LaFever's partner, Streamler, also lived in the home, as did the stepmother's teenage son, who was not named. The victim had previously stayed with her mother, but did not have any contact with her after moving in with Goodman. The girl hadn't attended school in person since virtual learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. During interviews with the investigators, the representatives from Child Protective Services and Child Welfare told the investigators things to fabricate and say things that were wrong with her. This was all coached by her mother, Melissa Goodman, stepmother, I meant. A friend of Walter Goodman's told investigators he had heard Goodman making concerning comments about his daughter, including about not feeding her if she misbehaves. When the friend said he could not do that, Goodman allegedly replied, "Well, I keep her locked up in her bedroom with the camera on, and that's where she stays." Officers also searched the home and saw the girl's door had holes for bolt locks. According to the complaint, the friend said he confronted Goodman about how he treated his daughter, and he allegedly said, "If I could leave her somewhere in the woods, I would." Dear Jesus. Officers also spoke to the child's third-grade teacher, who reported the girl was friendly and talkative as a child, and she didn't have any eating problems. The teacher didn't notice the girl was autistic or on the spectrum and never was enrolled in any special education programs. Officials said they reviewed messages sent between the family members, and Melissa Goodman's son and Lefevre referred to the girl as dummy and stupid. How cruel can you be? Those texts describe feeding the girl, taking her to the bathroom at an appointed time, and the girl sleeping on the floor. On one text in March the 6th, Lefevre said that if she does well, we are going to give her real food. The victim told hospital workers that she showered maybe weekly or monthly. Excuse me? Her physical condition was so deteriorated she could not raise her arms all the way up and needed a break between walks. One day while in the hospital, she asked for a second chocolate pudding, and while eating it, she said, "My dad is going to be so mad." When asked why, she replied, "He doesn't like when I eat this much." When she was told she had 3 meals per day, the registered nurse documented that the girl's eyes lit up as she started listing off the options of food she had. The complainant she had asked about pancakes, M&Ms, and tacos, and said she was looking forward to having vegetables. You know what? There's a special place in hell for all of them that tortured that poor child. I cannot even believe this is 2025 and this abuse is still going on. Tell me how you guys feel about this disturbing story down in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Southern Belle 74, as I continue to give you news that you can use.